Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Marsh here, CEO of Street Smart Business School. Now, I'm getting my screens together. I hope you can hear me out there. It's going to be a bit of an interesting insight and a journey I'm going to take you on today. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I run Street Smart Business School, and clients come to me because they want a real business. So, yes, it is a real school, and we get real results there. Basically, when people come in, they have an idea of what they're wanting to do, maybe more leads, more sales, maybe more systems. But they come out the other end with a totally different concept of what's possible, and they actually have a business. You know, that thing that you all hoped you would have that would generate you the income that you're wanting and then give you time to enjoy that income, and those sorts of things. That's what we aim for. I'm very proud of the results that we tend to get with most of our clients. And why I say most? Well, you're probably a realist as well. So the proven strategies that I share, they work, but there's very, very few small percentage of individuals that just don't do anything. And so obviously I can't help everyone, but I'll tell you what, the success rate, it's extraordinarily high. Pretty impressive, even if I say so myself. So that's what we do here at Street Smart Business School, just in case you were wondering. Now, what are we going to talk about? Well, this is from one of the clients that recently came to me at Street Smart Business School, and as I started to investigate what they were up to and why they were getting the results they were getting, I realized they didn't know what they wanted to get. So how could they get results if they weren't really sure what they were wanting to get results for? Am I making sense here? So the question that I asked them is, okay, well, what are we wanting to achieve? What is the outcome? And ladies and gentlemen, if you've got pen and paper, you should be writing that down, because it is a $1 million piece of knowledge. What is the outcome that we're after? When you go into a party, well, what's the outcome you want to achieve when you go to the party? When you're going in to see a prospect, what's the outcome you want to achieve when you walk out? Is it just to try to close the deal? Or maybe the outcome might be, well, at this meeting, why don't I focus on building our reputation, our credibility, ensure that we've got a great connection, and we're considered as an authority in the area. Would that be an idea or an outcome? Are you getting where I'm coming from? So today, what I'm going to be teaching you is to really start to look at, well, what is the outcome of what I'm doing? Why do I have a business? Why am I taking all this responsibility, putting up my family home and spending endless hours there and probably having too much week at the end of my money? Why am I doing all of this? I may ask myself. Well, there has to be an outcome. Okay, that's why you're doing it. And this is what I always refocus our clients on, is there is a reward at the end of the tunnel, or a light, or whatever you'd like to call it. And that is what people, I guess, regard as success, whatever you regard that as. So now let's just talk about this. As usual, I have put a really cool presentation together just so that it can make more sense of this this journey we're going on. So think about it. You're in business. Well, what are you doing in business? Okay, chances are you wouldn't be watching this if you're not a business owner. So you're either having your own business, or perhaps you're someone that wants to become a business consultant, helping other businesses. Whoever you are, I want you to be asking yourself, well, why am I doing what am I doing? What is the outcome I'm really wanting to achieve? Am I wanting to generate a mid-6 or 7-figure income? Am I wanting to leave a legacy to the children? And again, I'm coming back so you can see my cute face here. Aren't I cute? Blame my mother. But isn't it an important question for you to ask yourself? Okay, well, if I'm going to invest all of my hours and I'm going to put so much effort into this baby, then what's going to be the payoff? What's going to be the goal? And again, this is where we focus a lot of our time, is we want our clients to create real businesses that largely can run on their own, and that really have the opportunity. I'm not saying you have to do it, but someone just may want to buy your business if it's structured the right way. So perhaps that's an outcome you're after. I'm not putting words in your mouth here. So coming back to this incredible piece of work that I've done here, isn't that an amazing piece of work, that presentation? Put it in the chat box, put in the messages, the comments down below. What sort of outcomes are you after in your business, and are you achieving them? I mean, in business, we've got all these things that we're constantly thinking of. You're thinking about, well, should I hire people? Should I fire people? Am I meant to spend more money on my marketing? Oh, well, if I get a mentor, am I just throwing my money down the toilet? And what will my wife say if I do invest in someone else giving me guidance, or my husband or my significant other? Again, all of these thoughts are going through people's minds, and hence there's a bit of clutter going on up there. There's a little bit of traffic happening up there in the brain cells. So what most people are worried about when they're trying to work out the outcomes is if they make a decision, they're so concerned about being judged, ladies and gentlemen. Do you follow where I'm coming from? Now, I've got a secret for you. You may not be aware of this, but one of the biggest criteria of people that are hired for chief executive roles in Fortune 500 companies they're hired because of their ability to make a decision. Okay, so most people, as I'm sure you've seen them out there, most people, when there's an important decision to make, they go into analysis paralysis, and they're so worried about making a decision because, again, they're worried about getting judged. And, in a past life, I used to do a fair bit of work and help corporates out there, but you try helping corporate companies. Let me just speak to you again, and I'm just speaking face to face, heart to heart. Hopefully I don't make any enemies with what I'm about to tell you, but trying to work with corporates and trying to get a decision out of a corporate environment, I kid you not, it's harder than watching pigs fly in the sky. I'm probably got a better chance of seeing them flying high in the sky than getting a swift decision from someone that's willing to put their reputation on the line and risk failing. Can you believe that you might actually fail one day? Now, anyone that hasn't failed out there, hands up, okay? Anyone that hasn't failed, well, if you put your hand up, you're probably a liar, okay? How'd you learn to walk? I mean, when you started crawling, did you try to get up once and fell on your butt and said, well, no good at that, I'm going to give up. I'm going to say I'm all fours the rest of my life because I don't want to fail anymore. All of us failed, but again, that's how we learn. And so CEOs are chosen for their ability to lead. Leaders have to make decisions, and whether they're the right decisions or the wrong decisions, they're okay with living with the decisions, okay? Because they're not worried about being judged. They're worried about the outcome and the mission that they're on. And so please remember this, and it's going to help you moving forward. Now, back to my incredible... I'm so impressed with my PowerPoint abilities here. Can you believe I did this myself? So here's the question for you, is what are you focusing on right now? What outcomes are you after? Here's the thing. If you can keep your mind clear, and if you can just make sure that you are focusing on the right things, the speed of success that you achieve is quite enormous. And let me give you a glimpse of what's going on in a few people's minds that own businesses. Not yours, because I know you're street smart, you're not sheep smart. But let's just say it's one of those other people out there. Are they, wondering if they, when they're focusing, can they control what's going on? Are they focusing on that, or are they focusing on what they can't control? Okay, all of those little stories going on in your head when you're trying to make a decision. Well, there's only certain things you have control over. So that's all you should be focusing on is, okay, how can I improve my chances with the things that I have the ability to control? And what about focusing on your customers? Are you focusing on your customers' needs or on your needs? You notice how one of these options is more an outward focus and the other one's more an inward focus. So which one do you think is going to be better? I don't know. And again, I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to give you, this is another street smart moment, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever seen people when they go and stand up on stage. They say public speaking is one of the biggest fears in the world. Some people would prefer to die. This is studies, ladies and gentlemen. They prefer to die than to speak in public. And so what I'm going to do is give you a hint, and if any of you ever want to speak in front of anyone, some people occasionally get the butterflies, they get wobbly legs, they get the jitters. And I can promise you that nearly all of you out there that go and speak, if that does occur to you, if it's occurring, it's because you're so focused on, what if I stuff it up? What if they don't think I'm good enough? What if I make a mistake? What if nobody takes action? What if? Who gives a toss? What if? Okay? You got to change the thoughts going on in your head. What's the outcome you want to achieve? Well, if you've got integrity, your only outcome, the only thing you should be focusing on is how you can best help those people out there in the audience learn those words of wisdom that you have to share. And the more you focus on that, and the more you focus on them, you're going to find those collywobbles disappear. You're going to be on fire, because once you're talking about what you know, all the other worries just disappear from you. Believe me, I can tell you. So, coming back again to what we're focusing on. So now, again, are you focusing on what you can control or what you can't control? If you focus on what you can't control, well, you're going to lose your zen. You're going to lose your mojo. Are you focusing on your customers' needs, or are you focusing on your needs? Again, if you're focusing on you, it's the same as speaking on stage. You're going to have issues, okay? Because karma's a real bugger. So, what about if you fail? I already spoke to that a little bit earlier. Are you focusing on what you learnt, or are you focusing on, nothing ever works, I always fail, why do I even try? Bloody Facebook ads, what a load of codswallop, So where are you focusing there? And if you're wanting to build a real company, I'm talking, and again, I'm talking people that are serious about one day, and not tomorrow, but I'm saying, even doesn't matter what size you are, you started out, you've got the courage to go into business, and you all deserve a medal. But what do you want your business to look like? What is the outcome you want for your business? And I'm hoping you say, well, I want an exit plan. I want this business to largely run under management. I want to be able to maybe pass it on as a legacy. So what is the outcome that you're after? Okay, because if you really want a real business and not just a glorified job, ladies and gentlemen, you need to have a team, and not just any team. You need to build the best team. Okay, the best companies have the best teams, second best companies have the second best teams, and the third best companies, well, they go out of business. Okay, so you must have the right team. Do not try to do everything yourself, because you're going to slow down your results, you're going to slow down your success. And there's a lot of people out there that want to help you achieve your mission, so why not let them help you? Okay, so I'm not quite finished there. So if you want to build a real business, then you need to build a team. Do not get into this, well, I'm going to do it myself because I won't have any headaches and I'll get it done right syndrome. It stinks, okay? And you will not achieve the outcomes that you're looking for. Now, so think about this, and here's just a couple of examples focusing on the outcome. Okay, well, I want a business, not a job. Okay, well, if that's the outcome, you want to have a business, then you must build systems and build top teams. If you want to increase sales, okay, then that's your outcome, and then you're going to say, well, I must find a mentor to help me realize that I don't know what I don't know. And look, wait for it. Oh, wait on, you're still looking at me, and I think you're looking at my wonderful screen here. So I'm going to show you over to my screen. Here's the graphics I'm impressing you with, but now I want to talk to you again. And I want to talk to you about mentors. Now, just because I happen to be one, I have no hidden agenda here. I want your business. But I'm kidding. What I really want is for you to understand, if I resonate with you, there's a very, very good chance that I just may have some knowledge and some answers to fast track your results better than you do. Because you really don't know what you don't know. And how do I know that? Well, because I spent 15 years trying to nut it out myself. And at the end of that 15 years, I was still only making 50K. Then I went and invested money that I really didn't have in my first business mentor, and I'll give him a yell out for the day. Anyone knows Mal Emery? Say, "G'day, Mal." The little fella's out there sashaying around Europe right now with some other clients and dear friends of mine, Ali and Danny, and Mal's beautiful wife, Ying. I'm not sure what part of Europe. They're probably close to heading back now. But I want to thank you, Mal. Okay, yes, you extracted an awful lot of money out of my pocket, but it's come back to me 15 or 20 to 1 every dollar. And that's the power of having a mentor. Now, I've got many people that would say the same thing about me. It's simply because I've been there before you. I've built some pretty large companies, and I've employed over 300 people, and I've learned a few things over that experience. And so if somebody wants to do something, there's a good chance that I can help them do it more quicker. Is that making sense? So whatever case you try to put out there, I have never, since the day I first met Mal and he started extracting money out of my wallet, I have always had a mentor in my life. Okay, and it's one of the best things. It's one of the main reasons I'm where I am today. So again, if you want to increase sales, my suggestion is get a mentor, whoever you connect with or resonate with. Now, another outcome you might be wanting to achieve is profits, and that's different to sales. You could get even lots and lots more sales. That might just send you broker quicker because you may not be making a profit from your sales. So if you want to increase profits, then start measuring everything. But do you understand? Now you know an outcome. Now you know what you're wanting to achieve, and then you can put your focused effort into making that happen. What's another example? What about your health? And here, again, I'm speaking to you from the heart. For those of you that know me, I've been a very sick puppy, ladies and gentlemen. I've been a very sick puppy for nearly 5 years. And largely, a lot of that time, I've literally nearly just been on the verge of bedridden, lounge-bound, watched nearly everything there was to watch on Netflix because I got a thing called bloomin' parasites in my tummy. And God, I won't even go there. But I'll tell you, you do not appreciate your health till you ain't got it no more. And so that's why I put health there, because again, I tell you, it is so important for you to maintain your health. And when you're a business owner, it is so common for you to say, well, you know, I'll just skip it. I'll just get the Maccas and I won't worry about exercising and all the other things that go through your head because I need to get in there. I've got to get to work. I've got to get this. Well, you can always find half an hour to exercise. And make sure that you don't fall into the trap of that fast food syndrome, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to get healthy, here's a tip. Eat less, move more, drink lots of water. How profound is that? So, a couple of questions for you, okay? And again, I'd be writing these down because they help me a lot, and I can't lay claim to these. You know how I said I've always had mentors in my life? Just to give you a bit of a hint, and I don't want to scare you, okay? A couple of the mentors, I would have invested probably at least $250K with Mal Emery. Yeah, that's why I'm sure I paid off a quarter of his mortgage on Scarborough Beach where he lives. Beautiful home, his mansion there. Hey, I know. So $250K there. What have I spent? I invested $150K Aussie with Russell Brunson. I tend to buy my friends. And so, again, I invested that money, and the knowledge that I got from learning ClickFunnels and how Russell Brunson built his company, it was fantastic. A lot of money. You go, OMG. But you know what? Again, I've generated probably at least 7 or 8 to 1 on that, I would say, at least. And who else have I invested with? Tony Robbins. I invested probably 15 or 20K with Tony. Okay, so you're getting the idea. All up, I've probably invested in my education well over 500-600K, but guess what? I've generated well over 70 mil. So do you see how it's not really costing you money, because as long as you find the right people, you actually get a really good return on investment. You try getting that sort of return in the bank. So these 3 questions, I actually learned these off Tony, and they are: ask yourself these 3 questions, and that is, what am I focusing on? Okay, so right now, think about it. In your business, as you're coming in, all these thoughts going through your head, what are you really focusing on? And the chances are probably nothing. You're focusing on everything. And I'm saying zero in. Start focusing on what you want. What is the outcome that you're after for your business? What's the outcome you're after for your family relationships, for your health, for your finances? Get really clear. And then you say, well, okay, what am I focusing on? I say my business. And what does this mean? So what's happening in the business? When something happens, good or bad, how are you translating that? Are you putting a good meaning on it and say, well, I got a result. It may not have been the result that I'm after. You know, like you might have done a marketing campaign and you did get a result. Might be no one rang. Shit happens. But what did you learn from that? Okay, so what meaning do you put on the things that don't work as expected? You'll always get a result. And so you can either choose to learn from it or you get angry with it. So what meaning are you putting on the results that you're getting? Okay, and then the third question is simply, what must I do? And again, I just gave you a few examples back there, okay, on what you must do. Now, you don't must do anything. It's your choice. If you want to be where you are and stay where you are, well, you don't have to change anything that you're doing. But if you want to start getting different results, if you want to start improving and fast-tracking the outcomes you're getting, then maybe you might like to try a new strategy. Maybe you might like to execute just some new ideas and get over this fear of failure. Just focus on the outcome, because I promise you, you will all get there. Whatever outcome you're after, you will get there. Now, the tactics may have to change, okay? If you try one strategy or tactic and it doesn't get you to your outcome, fine, do another one. That doesn't work, fine, do another one. I mean, you all probably know Jack Ma from Alibaba. You know, he got rejected, I think it was 8 times from Kentucky Fried Chicken. He got rejected something like 4 or 5 times from Harvard. Now, I don't know, but I think they might open their door. Do you think Kentucky Fried Chicken would give Jack a job now? Just maybe. Okay, so stop being fearful of failure, because being fearful of failure is the key to you not getting where you want to get. I hope that makes sense. I've done my best, and again, as I share these things with you, it's simply because I learned these lessons the hard way. Many years of expensive experience, my own, and so I just try to help you guys not make the same mistakes I made, okay, and get the results that you're wanting to get. Now, if this is all interesting to you, you want to know more Street Smart ideas, I am going to put another link up here. It's not there yet, but I will put another link up, and that'll be if you'd like to apply to have a chat to me and see if and how I can help you get better outcomes. So I'm going to put that link up above, and I'm about to make a cardinal sin. So again, do not do what I'm doing. You should always only have one call to action for yourself. Now, if you have a look up above where the description is, you're going to see a link to a really cool book. How do I know it's cool? Well, I wrote it. It's The Inconvenient Truth About Business Success. So check it out. It's a really good read. In fact, I'll be happy to cover the cost of the book. It is sold for $29 in Dymocks and all other major bookstores. But I'll cover the cost. If you're serious about improving your business, you are going to get benefit from the advice I share in there, because I'm going to show you how I built my 5 multi-million-dollar companies. You're going to learn how I built great teams. You're going to learn how I approach marketing, which, trust me, it's quite different to most people out there. You're really going to get some great takeaways from it. And just cover postage and handling, and you'll get it. But here's the thing you should never do. You should never put 2 call to actions there, which is what I'm about to do. So if you want to get a copy of my book, go to theinconvenienttruth.com.au. That's theinconvenienttruth.com.au. You get a great book there and you can read it, and I'd love to hear what you think of it. If you would like to have a chat to me and see if and how I can help you get better outcomes, just fill in a short application form. My team will touch base with you, and then if we're a good fit, I'm happy to have a chat to you and see if I can help you get where you want to go and get better outcomes as well. So if you like this, let me know, show the love, hit like, okay, or follow me. and put a comment down below. If you've got any questions, I'll speak to them. I'll bring them up. If you've got a question that you'd like me to address for next week's Street Smart Business Solutions TV, I'll put it down there and I'll speak to it. Again, take care. Get clear on the outcomes you want to achieve, and always remember